happy Monday. If you are new here and you just happen to come across my channel, hi, I'm Chazles Renee, and thank you so much for being here. If you are one of my returning subscribers, hi, my loves. I hope you're all doing well on this Monday morning. We have Chazles here in her little Lunar New Year dress that I had made her for Lunar New Year, and we are also here on Eternity Isle because in honor of spring and sakura trees season, I am going to be making a sushi bar restaurant right here on Eternity Isle by the docks, and there's going to be a lot of cherry blossom trees. And tomorrow we are going to be designing a cherry blossom dress for her to go along with the restaurant that I am going to be calling a Sayuri. So if you love speed builds and if you love sushi, then you definitely want to stick around for this one because this is going to be a speed build for a beautiful cherry blossom style sushi restaurant. So enough said, let's get right into this, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you so much, loves. So starting off with this sushi restaurant build, I knew that I wanted the location to be on Eternity Isle on the docks where that beautiful waterfall falls with the lazy river at the bottom. I also knew that I wanted to split it up into two sections of dining. The first on the right side being the formal kind of date night dining area, and then the left being the more traditional sushi booth style dining. So I knew that when I was going to be adding the sushi bar on both sides of the dining areas, that I needed to cover up the foliage in the back somehow. So I ended up using a combination of different furniture items. The first being the royal bookshelves right behind the sushi bar, and then I put the Corona pillars in front of it, and then I just put those beautiful turning red lanterns on each side of the sushi bar, and then I also added those beautiful cherry blossoms in the front as well. I love the way these sushi bars were looking already, but I knew that they were missing a little something. So, when in doubt, always use a rug. A rug is going to add so much more color and just so much more elements to your build. So, I decided to try the Lion King pattern rugs underneath the bar. And as soon as I laid them down, they just looked so good. They made the deep tones of the red and browns in the bar pop just so much more. So the rugs were definitely the touch that the bars needed. So, for the flooring of the restaurant, I knew that I wanted it to be kind of like a dock area because it is on the docks. So, I ended up just using my own wood custom rugs that I made, and I placed quite a few of them down in a square pattern to just make this huge kind of wood flooring, and I think it turned out pretty well. I like the way that it came out. So for the left side of the dining area, which is going to be that more traditional style booth sushi dining area, I of course had to use those monstrous sushi booths that we got from the premium shop. And then I just added them kind of to fit in a backwards C shape just because I didn't want to have them all lined out because I knew everybody was going to have them that way, and I love to be different, so I decided to make them in my own pattern. So that is what I ended up doing, and I just think that it added again to the element of the restaurant, and it was just a different and unique take on the booth dining. So there was this huge like blank spot on the left side of island where the traditional dining area was going to be. At first, I didn't know what the heck I was going to do with it. I had that like jacuzzi thing that we craft on Eternity Isle laid down first, but it was so short you couldn't even see it. So I decided to end up using Nala's waterfall right in the back, and it worked out perfectly. It was so tall that you can definitely see it. And again, I just think it added that kind of outdoor feel to the whole restaurant. So I still didn't think that the bars looked finished, so I ended up using the turning red panda statues on both sides of the bar, and again I just put those right in front, and then I ended up adding the torches for lighting in that area, and I think that it is definitely what it needed, because as soon as I laid those statues down and put foliage around it, it just all worked out perfectly. So I knew that I wanted to use that Zen garden that we craft somewhere in the restaurant, and I thought that the staircase area leading to that lazy river would be the perfect spot because it faces the entrance of the restaurant. So that is the first thing that people are going to see. So I thought it would again be the perfect spot. So I ended up placing it right in front of those stairs, and then I just ended up using the turning red lanterns once again on both sides of it, as well as those torches for lighting and those beautiful cherry blossom trees. So, it being an outdoor restaurant, I knew that the decor was going to be mostly greenery, which is going to be plants or flowers. So, I ended up using the bamboo style trees, the clusters of them, and I used a combination of the tall, huge ones and then those light, small ones. And I just ended up placing those right in back of the sushi bars. And then I also ended up using the probably one of my favorite plants in the game, the wicker basket potted plants. And I put those right in front of the bar again. And then I added a few more potted plants again, just for all of that nice green color. And then on the right side of the bar, it was looking a little bare on the floor. So I ended up using the pile of leaves, like that little rug that we have, and I think it just added and completely just made that bare area look full. So we are coming up at the end of the build, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for making it to the end with me. I appreciate all of you. I wanted to add a cute little touch to the end of the build, so I thought I would create a little kind of like cozy tea drinking area. So I used that orange and red tea set that we craft at our workbench from Eternity Isle. And then I put that off in the back corner of the island. And then I added those like elegant waterfall falls in the back, the porcelain ones. And then I also ended up putting a plate of sushi down, because I mean, if you're having tea, you're probably going to be having sushi as well. So I just added that there. And then lastly, I wanted to add those cute little swan boats that we got in the star path for this month. I just thought that they would just add a beautiful, elegant touch. So I had to end up placing those in the lazy river right in the back of the island, and I just think it was the great finishing touch, and I just loved the way they looked, and I loved how this whole restaurant turned out. I had a lot of fun doing it. I really enjoy the way that it came out, and I hope you guys did as well. All right, guys, we are all done with my outdoor sushi restaurant that I'm going to be naming Sayuri, which in Japanese means small lily, which I thought would be so fitting for it. Yeah, I absolutely love the way that it turned out. I knew a lot of people were going to be doing sushi builds with the new Monsters Inc. sushi furniture. So I kind of wanted to make sure that I stepped out of the box and I wasn't going to do something that everybody else was going to do. And I think I did pretty well. So I'm going to end the video with a quick walkthrough in the daytime as well as nighttime, and then just show off everything that I have in my restaurant. And then that will be the end of this speed build. But I just want to thank you guys for making it to the end and just being here with me while I built this lovely restaurant. I appreciate you guys so much, and I am so thankful to have you in my community. And if you guys love this build, then definitely make sure you hit that like button before you are on your way out. It will help me out a lot, and please consider subscribing if you aren't already as well. Again, it'll help my channel grow, and if you guys love my videos and you want to see more, then please subscribe. Here we have Maribel coming to join me for dinner, so I better get to it. But thank you guys so much for being here again, and until the next one, guys, bye bye.